Hello everybody, it is Thirsty Thursday, thirsty for knowledge. So we're going to talk a little bit about carpal tunnel syndrome. Yesterday Earl came up with some exercises you can do for carpal tunnel syndrome. So let's talk a little bit about what that is. So the carpal tunnel, everybody has two of them, one on the left hand, one on the right hand. It's a tunnel that's formed by the carpal bones. There's actually 8 bones, 2 rows of four bones here. They're a little shaped like that in a U shape, and then there's a carpal ligament that runs on top of it. So it really kind of creates a tunnel like this. So these are the bones, this is the ligament on top. Now through this you have all your tendons from your wrist and hand flexors. So when you make a fist, when you move your hand, or even if you move your wrist up, these muscles, so they start in here, they run through that tunnel. Okay, through that tunnel also you have your arteries and your median nerve running through that. So what happens if most of the time this is through overuse of these wrist flexor muscles. So this can be from a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of gripping, a lot of typing, anything like that. These muscles and tendons start getting inflamed, start getting a little thicker. They start occupying more space in this carpal tunnel, and therefore starts putting compression on the arteries and on the median nerve. That will result in symptoms that are can be sometimes a sensation of a warm or cold feeling, but definitely like a numbness or tingling kind of feeling that will be in the palm of the hand going down here. Okay, so that would be then what we call a median neuropathy. So a nerve issue with the median nerve caused by compression in the carpal tunnel. So that is called carpal tunnel syndrome. So what is the remedy for that? Well, first of all, maybe you need to change the things that you're doing. So if you're doing a lot of typing, make sure you're typing in the right position. Make sure that your hands are placed correctly, that you interrupt frequently, and that you do some of Earl's exercises. So definitely a lot of stretching can be part of that. In physical therapy, a lot of times we work on that as well by working on stretching out these tendons, these muscles, and also modifying the position that you do things. We may do some localized treatment on it. Sometimes we may do some dry needling on these muscles to get them to relax. Ultimately to try to relieve the inflammation of the tendons, and therefore creating more space again in that carpal tunnel. Ultimately, if none of that is successful, the surgeon can go in and do what's called a carpal tunnel release, where they literally just go in and cut through that ligament. It's a surgery, so it's always better if you can prevent that. Now, how do we know if you are a good candidate for physical therapy or exercises and modification of your activities, or if you need surgery? Really, you need to have a very good testing done to make sure that the nerve isn't affected too much. If if the outside of the nerve is affected, physical therapy can typically help. But if it's more to the nerve tissues themselves, then actually you may need surgery. So actually the best test for that would be an EMG/NCV, so electromyography and nerve conduction velocity testing, to really determine how much of the nerve is being affected. So if you have any questions about that, call us. And that was our update on carpal tunnel syndrome.